We are clear that we have a responsibility then to interact, to cooperate, and to work with our allies and our friends around the world. When I return to the United States, the President will be taking his first international trip as a reflection, again, of our administration's priority on establishing and reestablishing the relationships with our allies around the world. And so I am in Guatemala today to discuss and advance our shared priorities. Foremost among those, as you have mentioned, is addressing migration, and from this region in particular. Mr. President, you and I have spoken about the pride the Guatemalans have in their country, in their home, in their communities. We have talked about the students who are just starting their education here and want to continue with their education here, entrepreneurs who are building businesses and engaged in innovation and ingenuity on a number of levels. We have talked about the farmers who are feeding their neighbors and feeding their neighbors within the country and outside of the country, and therefore the significance of that as part of the economic base of this country, but also based on what it does in terms of contributing to the world and giving to the world. It is clear to me that I know, as you do, that Guatemala is a country with incredible resources, historically and currently. But there is work that we can do together to grow the capacity of those resources and to reach the people. We believe also that, and you and I have discussed this in our first conversation, most people don't want to leave home. I know that, I believe that. Most people do not want to leave the place where they grew up, their grandmother, the place where they pray, the place where their language is spoken, where the culture is familiar. And when they do leave, it usually has to do with one of two reasons. Either because they are fleeing some harm, or because they simply cannot satisfy their basic needs by staying at home. They cannot simply satisfy the needs that they have to raise their children by staying at home. The second point that you have made every time we have talked, including today, is the significance of hope. The ability that we have as leaders to give the people a sense of hope, that help is on the way. And to then follow through, understanding that hope does not exist by itself. It must be coupled with relationships of trust. It must be coupled with tangible outcomes in terms of what we do as leaders to convince people that there is a reason to be hopeful about their future and the future of their children. So it is with that spirit that we are here today. And I thank you for this warm welcome, and I look forward to our conversations. I look forward to working together in a tangible way to bring a benefit to both of our countries. Thank you.